This is the Captain's Jug of Thoughts podcast.
Hello. It's good?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
What's going on, everybody?
We're back.
How you doing?
Starting to pump them out again.
Yeah. I don't know how to start these things. Hello.
Well, we just had a nice dinner.
Oh, we had a great dinner. Captain hooked it up, man.
Yeah, I went out hunting again today, pheasant hunting, and we got 6 of them today, so we were going to do chicken tonight, and I called Thurman, and I was like, how do you feel about pheasant for dinner instead?
That's great. That's fresh as hell, man.
Yeah.
As fresh as it could be.
Fresh as could be.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking I cannot pinpoint a time I've had pheasant, so that may very well be the first one.
Nice.
You know, unless it was, you're right, in some sort of game stew or something.
Sure.
It was like every bird.
Yeah.
But that shit was pretty goddamn good, man.
Cool. Yeah, so, yeah, we've been on a real roll getting them lately, and I got to cook them because I just don't have room for them.
Yeah, right?
So I was happy that you guys were
well, it's going to be fucking cold enough out. You can just fucking hang them off the deck or something.
I've got 3 hanging off the deck right now.
Really?
Yeah.
like a butcher, like how it hangs in the window?
No, they're just like set up out there, but yeah.
Nice.
I've got 3 of them fully dressed, not dressed, you know. So
it's like a warning for the other pheasants.
Yeah. Don't come near the ear.
Yeah, that's good though, man. You have been on a roll with these.
Yeah. So it's been pretty cool. It's like 3 weeks in a row that we've gotten them.
Did you get these ones?
We got 2 each.
Effort.
It is. So there's 3 of us, and we got 2 each. So
nice.
It's perfect. Yeah. You know, that's kind of how you want it to go down. There was one that got away that all 3 of us were like, how the fuck did none of us hit that thing? It was like this magic bird. It just like, I don't know, it just like must have turned just correctly.
Fucking Matrix shit.
Yeah.
It did some Trump shit. It turned its head at the last second.
It doesn't seem possible because this thing was too close to us with bird shot, you know, because it sprays out. So for 3 bird shots to all go all at one time, you had this bird that was only 20 feet away. It just made no sense that no one hit it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it got away. So
crafty little motherfuckers.
Yeah, he was a good one. But I'm pretty sure that we got that one on the way back. Like, I'm pretty sure it was the same one.
Oh, okay, nice.
Because we saw where it landed, and
fool me once.
Yeah, and the dogs kicked it up, and you just heard boom, 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 and it went.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
you got to start getting some. I mean, you sent me pictures. Get some footage of this.
Yeah,
because all I'm picturing is like duck hunt. There's the dog and the
It's pretty similar.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's great, man.
So I got a funny story too. A couple of my boys are in Wisconsin right now, and they're ice fishing. Stanik's younger brother Cody lives out there, so a couple of his friends went out there, and they sent me this video the other day. Do you know what is his name? Farrell?
Hey,
Farrell?
Let's take it fucking easy with the dishes in there. Goddamn. Banging around. Sounds like someone's robbing the place. All right. Who? What?
The sports commentator Farrell or something like that.
I know the musician Pharrell.
No.
I don't know. What the fuck are you asking me?
I know.
You're the only sports commentator I know.
So anyway, they said that they were ice fishing right outside the cabin, and they had the radio going.
Yeah. And
it switched stations, and all of a sudden they were like, "What the fuck is fucking Captain here?" So they sent me this, and you tell me if you think it sounds like me. I thought it was hilarious, but you know it's hard to tell with your own voice. So
yeah.
So here it is. Oh, because I'm on airplane mode. Shit.
What the fuck is she doing in there?
Cleaning my dishes, I think.
Stop it. You're forbade from cleaning.
Okay,
stop making noise.
Guys, this brand has changed a lot. I'm telling you, I thought
sorry.
legit.
Okay, we've established that, thanks. you're a Cardinal fan. I mean, you're boring me.
So this is
I hate
him.
to be rude, but honestly, dude, it's like you're just like the Cardinals are the only thing that matter. All right, you win. You win. So there you go.
I guess it
You
sounds
feel
like
better?
pissed off Harden.
It
It doesn't have as much light to it. It doesn't have as much. Like it is that raspy voice of like
Right.
kind of old school radio.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Like welcome back. Here's another one from Jethro Tull.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But it doesn't have the fun that your voice has.
I think
but
that-
it's close. It's close.
Yeah, and I can see though if you're outside the cabin and it was just in
Yeah.
there, like they were like, "What the fuck?" So I was cracking up. I was like, "Oh, you guys are hilarious."
Do we? So we're coming up. I mean, I think this is 148.
148.
So we're coming
I'm
up to
pretty sure.
150.
Yes, we are.
And the idea that has been posed to me by you, by several other people, by
Yes.
your cousin who I saw at Tops,
Yep.
is like finally getting some sort of how do we do this captain impression, whether it's a contest or just a
Yeah.
showcase or something.
Right.
Everyone says they got a good one, but how do you get them? We get 30 people in the room at once.
I know.
and
I
just
know.
have them come up to the mic and do it. I feel like we got to get guys and get them in conversation because in like one sentence, it takes a little bit to warm up to it.
It does.
It's like a musician or something. Like, all right, let's just jam and
Right.
like get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So it's like we get a couple guys and we just have them sit down and do a few minutes as you or something.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. What do you think?
I think the whole thing's kind of weird, but I'm
Yeah, it's really. I'm just reacting. Man, the people
I
have
know.
spoken. The
I
people
know.
have spoken.
I mean, I love it to an extent, but it's also, I don't know. It's weird that everybody wants to do my voice.
Well, yeah, because it's an iconic voice. No one's doing mine. Who cares?
So, if people have ideas over the course of the next couple weeks here,
Yeah.
please reach out to the show.
I mean, we can have we'll have a little
And-
festivity or something. We'll set up full fucking Thermopolis Studios and have like a little hang session. You know what I mean?
We could.
Yeah, and just have
It'd
whoever.
be a big dinner.
Whatever. We got a big table. We'll have whoever our closest confidants. We'll start
Yes.
there,
Yeah, exactly.
and whoever can do whoever wants to try to throw their hat in the ring for the voice. I know your cousin said. I don't know. He said he does a good one. I think he said he wanted to.
Right.
Philo.
Yep.
Who else?
Little Stevie Vanderkamp over here.
Who the fuck is that?
Steve and Emily.
Oh yeah, Stevie
Steve.
Buckets.
Yeah.
All right.
Andy Law.
Andy Law does a pretty decent one, yeah,
Right.
too. And it's even if we can get anyone over, or maybe they'll record and send something. I don't know. We were just trying to think of like we know, but like how do we do it for the radio audience? You know what I mean? I think trying to get people in conversation as you would be a lot of fun. Having you talk to yourself,
Exactly.
you interview yourself.
Yeah.
It's the cap. Well, first of all, also I've just been calling it Captain's Nug of Thoughts because we had no like
Yeah.
other. We were like, oh, we should call it something different. But you said you had ideas for names, but we
still
haven't crossed that
discussed
bridge yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot there was that. But it is the Captain's Nug of Thoughts. It's the same thing.
It is.
Just, I don't know, to avoid any liabilities.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now we can say whatever the fuck we want, and I'm not, you're not tied to someone
I'm
else's.
not tied to anything,
You're not
which is
tied
fantastic.
to someone else's business.
Yeah, I know.
The logo's pretty similar. I have to fuck with that a that too.
We might have to. Yeah, we might
Yeah.
have to. I got all these fucking shirts though that I gave out to people. So
Hey, it's fine.
yeah,
It's
that place is out of business now.
well, like the KISS logo in, I think Germany has to be different because the two S's look like the SS, like the.
Oh, shit.
So it's like the KISS logo in Germany is a little different. So it's
Sure.
like if you get a German KISS shirt that's a little different, it's
Yeah.
fucking hot commodity.
I bet.
So whoever you gave those shirts to, that's a hot item now.
Yeah, it will be.
The fuck was I saying? Oh, well, to celebrate 150 episodes of this, you just have you interview yourself. That's the biggest guest we could get.
That's hilarious.
It'll be like Looper.
Yeah. I'm just asking questions and they're answering in my voice.
Yes, as you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is actually pretty brilliant.
yeah. All right, we'll get a couple of guys, get a couple of big guests, and it's all the guests, but they're doing it as you.
Right.
It's me talking to them.
That's
It's
good. I
this
like it.
weird. When I can't really think of a good example, but like a classic comedy troupe where like the sequel couldn't get the other guy. So they had someone else be the,
Yep.
it's like that'd be me doing it with like, well, Captain priced himself out. He's on a sitcom now. Captain's doing Marvel movies, but Thurman's still trying to get the sitcom going.
I'd still do it.
Yeah, man. That might be the way to go.
Yeah.
So in a couple of weeks, we'll plan a whole liquid death to myself.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of weeks, we'll plan the whole. We'll plan something.
Yeah.
Make it festive for you people.
Yeah, we'll figure something
Whoever's
out for you
still
guys.
sticking around with us,
Right.
really appreciate that.
We sure do.
Speaking of podcast numbers, I know it's the most exciting thing. We never check that shit. Once in a while, I get
Right.
curious. So then I looked at hard guy. For the YouTube, which we didn't start putting the shows on YouTube until we've been doing it for 5 years.
Right.
So that's not like accurate. All the big numbers are on like Spotify and all that
Sure.
stuff. But for whatever reason, episode 70, Kibbles and Shits,
Kibbles and shits.
which everyone says you gotta like not curse and shit and it'll fuck with the algorithm. The algorithm loves kibbles and shits. And the cover of it is like a romance novel, so I don't know what's that about.
Right.
It is at 17,645 views.
Yeah.
And then the next one under that is 194, which
Yeah.
is accurate.
Yeah.
That 194, I can see that being feasible
Right.
for us, and our
Yeah.
friends. And then the next one jumps up to 17,000, which is just, I guess that's the algorithm. I don't know. Once in a while, something. I'm not saying, dude, we made a masterpiece and it hits, because it didn't translate to anything else.
No.
For whatever reason, that one just started getting numbers of, I don't think that are real things. I think it's
Yeah.
Indian guys in a warehouse with a wall of iPhones that are just clicking.
Right.
It's just very funny.
It is funny.
So whatever
you sent it to me, and I was like, I looked at it, and I was like, I gotta call him. I think I know what this says, but
Yeah. And then one of the other one, I was looking at the other numbers on the Spotify ones.
Yep.
And the first one I saw was episode 107, Poutine Moose Knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
And it was at 420 plays.
Yeah.
And that just made me chuckle that we make a piece of art where that can be a thing.
I know. I know.
Poutine Moose Knuckles. Fuck knows what that means.
It's probably Hot Dog's favorite episode. He's probably listened to it 10 times.
Yeah. And it's at 420. I'm like, perfect. Yeah. So, hey, what a crazy ride we've been on. This took us through COVID and everything, too, man.
It
What
did.
the fuck?
I know.
Yeah, which is probably the most boring.
We had some long delays,
Yeah,
where
sure.
we kind of just started the whole thing over.
Yeah.
And then we've had like some resurrection parts, where we're just like pump a bunch out right in a
Or should
row.
or do you do like one of those, the 100th episode of Seinfeld where Jerry comes in and looks at the camera and breaks the fourth wall and goes, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And then let's go back through our favorite memories and we do like
Yeah.
a best of show. That's always been kind of lazy though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe do a bonus best of.
Right.
I don't want to do any of that, but I
No.
will, I guess. If everybody wants it, I'll do it. You guys got to make me do shit. If you want more shit, these guys don't do anything. You got to actually like guilt me into doing it. And
Yeah.
I'll do
Just guilt him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, Thurman's the one who pulls this whole thing together. I really just talk.
it. Yeah. Well, thank God you have wacky things to talk about.
Yeah, true.
And you're like a doppelganger out there having to go on adventures with Retard. So I don't have to do that, but I get to hear about it.
Right. So speaking of retard,
Yes, we missed it last week. You brought it up and then both totally forgot.
he's in recovery right now. So he went in for a shoulder surgery.
Oh,
2 days later, he had a massive heart attack,
Jesus.
quadruple bypass.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
He's
he's only
like
like
such a healthy guy.
well, he's like, he's only like 52, 53,
Yeah.
54 maybe.
I'm just kidding. I don't know
But-
the guy at all. He's
but,
just been a cartoon on this show. I feel bad about that now.
Well, he's okay.
Yeah, good.
He's in good spirits because he sent me a picture of the zipper and was like, "I'll be back."
What zipper?
The zipper in his chest.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yes.
But with him, you never know.
Now I know. With him, you definitely never know.
Yeah.
But he's all our thoughts and prayers are with him
Dude,
right
shout out
now, of
Retard,
course,
for
'cause
sure.
he's been he's been a character on this show.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And a
Come
character
on.
in my life.
Yeah.
But he's doing well, and he said I'll be back, and he'll be ready to roll here in a couple months.
What did he do to his shoulder?
He just had to have he tore his rotator cuff, and he had to have replace.
Was he doing it while he was fucking whitewater rafting?
I don't know.
Or when he pulled one of them rafter chicks down back to his shed?
He probably did it with a dildo in the skinning room. That's my guess.
That's the most fucked up fucking game of Clue I've ever heard. It was Retard in the skinning room with the dildo.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, shout out to Todd.
Yeah. So we'll see you soon, buddy.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't think this year, but next year, we've discussed doing that Key West trip.
Yeah.
So
You're taking a ship down there.
yeah, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to join us, but we'll see.
Maybe. Lee doesn't do too good on boats.
No?
No.
Okay.
But-
It's a big one.
Yeah, doesn't move a lot.
Well, I don't know.
Big.
What's that shit called that you take?
Dramamine.
Yeah.
And then there's these little bands that we use that are like, it's got a ball on it, and it's supposed to put, like, you put it on your wrist. It's
Okay.
like a pressure point between your veins or something.
Okay.
And I always put them on when I fly.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you get sick? I'm like, I don't know if I do or not, because I always wear them.
Right.
And I don't get sick. So either I don't get sick or these really work.
Right.
And I don't really want to take them off and test it.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys could always drive down. I mean,
Yeah.
fly down to Florida and then rent a car.
I haven't been
and-
down to Key West in forever.
Yeah.
Key West has got a vibe.
So we got a spot down there that I think that we could all have a fucking blast. And
Yeah. Bring the microphones and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could
debaucherous.
get some really good shows down there.
Oh my God, yeah.
We could drag a couple people off the street. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a thought. That's going to be next year. But
Yeah.
it's something that we've been mulling over here.
Well, yeah, isn't that things we should be? Hey, fucking, we'll do fundraiser podcasts. So you go, all of our faithful listeners send us money so we can go party. In
Yeah,
Key
there we
West.
go.
And we'll record it, and then it's like you produce the show.
You guys
And
produce the
then
show.
When you're at a bar talking to a chick, you get to go like, yeah, I produce this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just the money guy.
Right.
Oh, fucking dick in the mouth immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You
So-
just say cool things like that. So yeah, send us money.
Yeah. We'll see if that works, but
Maybe.
seriously, that would be fantastic. So
Yeah, that'd be fun.
and then so I was trying to get back to that. I forgot to talk about this at the end of the show last year, and I may have discussed this before. I'm sure I've at least told you it before, because we went to that Zach Sabbath show,
Right.
which is obviously wrapped around Ozzy. And I was just talking to Galifianakis the other day, or right before that show, about how we all got thrown out of high school. Have I ever talked about
You
this?
told me because you guys got drunk and went into school on Ozzy's birthday.
Yes.
So you got drunk in the morning.
Yes.
Went to high school. I mean, at least you showed up.
Yeah.
You're just celebrating.
Yeah, you know.
Like it was a wedding or something.
And I remember the vice principal, Mr. Condino, fucking just drilling us all. Like, why on earth would all you morons be drunk at 9:30 in the morning? And then he goes, Chris, we've always had an honest relationship. He goes, I know you got the biggest balls here. He goes, so just fucking tell me. And I go, it's fucking Ozzy's birthday. He goes, Ozzy, that fucking madman? I go, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just made him sound infinitely cooler.
I know.
That's like the opening of a music video. The principal going, that madman? And then Ozzy busts through the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
I go, you know what we're all about to do for the next week now that you're throwing us out?
Yeah. This is going to backfire.
We're going to listen to Ozzy all week and get fucked up.
Yeah. We're going to come back even dumber next fucking week.
All right. I forgot how to do math. So, yeah, that was that
That's
part
funny.
of it. Yeah.
Ozzy is a madman.
He is a madman. And so is Zach Wilde, even though he's
Yeah.
sober now.
Yeah, he's a Viking, dude. That's fucking. He doesn't
Dude.
need any. He doesn't need anything.
He doesn't.
He's got that Viking blood in him.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Mickey D's wife was with us down, and she goes, at the last show, he got on our table, and his arm was right
Yeah.
next to me. She goes, I could have touched his arm, but I didn't.
Yeah, you said that last time.
Yeah. So that was fucking hilarious. She's a lot funnier than people give her credit for. So, big Bills game this weekend.
Yeah, this last. You talking about this last one or the one coming up?
Well,
the last one, I was checking in. You know,
Oh yeah.
and it's almost like because I feel the empathy for everyone I love.
Yeah.
It's like I know they're dying right now.
Yeah.
And I looked at it like 10 minutes after kickoff, and it was 7-0.
I know.
Broncos, right?
Yeah, not even. It was like 5 minutes.
Wow. And I was like, oh no.
We all were like, oh no.
Yeah. And then I checked back later, and they were whooping ass.
Oh yeah, they killed him.
Nice.
So that was the last good thing the Broncos really did the whole game. So that was very reassuring.
Yeah.
And now we've got a much tougher contest this week.
It was like in an action movie where the guy's about to fight, and the henchman or whatever punches him in the face, and he just looks up and there's blood, and he kind of smiles and wipes it away.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, now you're in trouble.
Yep.
That's what that first touchdown was.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it was. It was like he just fucking hits the goal. Steven Seagal.
Yeah. And then he kind of just smiled. Like
Yeah.
he's like, oh, now it's on. That's great, man.
Yeah.
So the next one's a big one.
This
This is
one's-
stressful stuff.
It is. We played Baltimore already this year. And, we had a lot of injuries during this game, so I'm not overly worried about it. But they're beasts. They kicked the fucking shit out of us earlier this year. But I'm thinking that that can't happen twice. There's just no way. Like our coordinators have been incredible about making all the right moves in the second half of games to make sure that we really put the clamp down on everyone. So I'm assuming that they have a whole game to look at now,
Yeah.
and I think we have the best, probably the best offensive coordinator in the league, and our defensive coordinator really showed up last week. So go Bills.
Where is the game? Where is it?
It's in Buffalo.
It is?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. So
It's going to be cold as shit. There's supposed to be some huge cold front coming
it's
through.
going to be cold. It's
So
gonna
hopefully
be
that
cold.
helps because we're used to that.
Yeah. Baltimore's not too far down there though.
Yeah.
But
What the fuck is she doing in there?
I think she's doing all my dishes.
Stop doing the dishes. She even here? She have her fucking headphones in? She listening to something else?
She might. Speaking of which, did I bring those up? Were those in the hallway?
What?
Headphones?
What headphones?
Was there a box in the hallway on your way up?
I didn't see anything.
Maybe I brought them up. I just got my Marlboro headphones in today.
Your Marlboro headphones?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Like that? They're like that? Like big cover, like noise canceling guys?
Yeah, but they're
I didn't
cordless.
see a box. They
They're,
might have been
they're
a box.
cordless, but
yeah?
but yeah, they're around here somewhere.
That's pretty badass. I could put a little receiver thing in here.
Yeah?
And fucking, you have your cordless Marlboro headphones.
I could just walk around and talk.
Yeah. We could get Britney Spears headsets so we could just
There we
don't have
go.
to do anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got Bluetooth and everything. So,
Nice.
But yeah, Marlboro. They don't do the miles anymore. Now they have a code that goes underneath the front of the box, and if you rip that off, you're allowed to enter like 30 codes a month, and like once a month they
Like the
they have
box
you-
top shit. I remember that for like cereal, like box top
Yeah.
things. You somebody
Yeah.
and get a toy, and I
Yeah.
don't think I ever had the commitment to actually do it.
Oh, you need a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, I've got like this container like full of them because you can only enter 30 a month, and I always enter 30 like in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's videos that you get more bonus points on that they're like, watch this nature video, and it's all kind of cool stuff anyway. Like it's about people like hiking through the mountains and whitewater rafting, and so
Yeah. The adventurous things people who smoke Marlboros do.
yeah, man.
Just get a Marb and a Jeep and the fucking
Yeah.
the world is your road.
I know.
What else? You sent me something else. Grandma's scarf and doctor appointment.
Oh my God! So my fucking grandmother,
Yeah, your grandma's quite a character.
she is quite a character.
Should introduce her and Todd. I feel like they'd hit it off.
They probably would.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Kind of freaks me out a little. So she has a doctor's appointment a few weeks ago, and my mother takes her, and my mother is always in the room with her nowadays because my grandma forgets to tell the doctor like what's wrong with her, and so she's having a problem with her knee. So he's like, all right, let's get you up here. Puts her on the bed thing where she sits and like raises it up. So he sits down in between her, like in front of her, and she goes, oh, you have no idea since a man's been right there. To the fucking doctor. And my mother is like, Mom! And she's like, what? It's been a long time. I'm just like, oh
great.
my God, the never-ending saga of the captain's grandmother.
Yeah. She's funny. And
She's
she
fucking
does it.
hilarious.
It strikes me as she's someone who never really gave a fuck, but then when you get older, you just really don't. Any
know.
shred of like, I shouldn't say that. It's
Yeah.
just completely gone. And she
Yeah.
should say that. That's hilarious.
It's super funny. So I had to break. So like me and all my cousins took her to breakfast this past Saturday.
It sounds like she's having a kung fu match in there with dishes, with
Yeah.
plates. Lee,
Yeah?
stop making so much fucking noise. That's what I've been trying to say that for like a half an hour.
Is this gonna be on the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's banging. I'm trying to listen to you talk about your grandmother's vagina, and I keep getting interrupted by someone smashing around dishes in
Yeah,
there.
you're missing my grandma's vagina, Lee.
Well, I definitely hear it.
It sounds like you're cleaning it in there. It's fucking clanging around. Like it's stomp. Okay. So there's two knights in suits of armor battling in the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, your grandma's vagina. Take two.
Yeah.
Take two.
Day 2.
No, that's funny, man.
It is funny.
She's great.
So I
should
told
have her on
everyone.
the podcast.
I told everyone that
I've always
breakfast.
assumed in all of these stories about your grandma that she does sound exactly like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does.
Like your whole family's just like different versions of you. Like when there was an episode where Peter Griffin like donated sperm, so all these people showed up. They all looked exactly like him. And it was like a girl and a black eye.
That's why everyone always wanted me to have a boy, like a kid. You know, because they want to see some like 4-year-old running around going, "Ma, give me a smoke." If you don't, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, did you see that video Pete posted of his kid getting his little Fisher Price toy stuck in the snow?
No.
He has his little car and he's driving, and Pete's filming it from like across the street or something. Like it's not like it was like acted out or anything. And he's filming the kid drive it, and then he gets it stuck in the snow and he can't get it out.
Yeah.
And the kid gets out, slams the door, and goes, "Piece of shit!"
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was fucking Pete.
Oh my god, that is so
image
Pete.
of Pete. It was great. Oh, he gets out and goes, "Piece of shit."
What is he, 4?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the play school
that
truck
is
was
Pete.
the same one, and maybe it is the same one he had. It's like the same one we all had with like
Yeah.
the yellow and red, you know, plastic one. They haven't really updated that. Some of them, he does the little dudes. I was over there one day. He's got like shit with motors and fucking backhoes, and he's got a whole like
He's got a lot of shit.
John Deere line of fucking stuff.
He does. He definitely does.
Yeah,
We're supposed to go down grouse hunting sometime in the next couple of weeks,
yeah.
and we're gonna bring Liam with us.
Grouse is bigger than a pheasant.
Smaller.
Smaller? You think? Yeah. I don't know. Why am I saying it? Like I feel like
Well, they actually fly.
a grouse flies.
Yeah, I mean pheasants fly, but they only
Maybe
fly
the
like
thing that
100
wasn't.
yards.
I thought
and
he said
then
that
they
shit
drop
that's been
down.
coming up to my house was a fucking grouse.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a weird turkey. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
it's got
I mean,
a
they're
big
similar.
body and a skinny neck, and it's kind of dumb looking.
Yeah.
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 A lot of bird stuff going on. Dude, the chickens, I looked on the camera at 10 o'clock the other night, and then the chickens were not inside the coop.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't want to go fucking find like a bloody chicken mess of feathers and a
No.
fox out in there. And I was fucking high as shit too. I was like, God damn it. But I went out and they were outside. They have like an outdoor perch.
Yeah.
And they were just chilling there. Like in the dark, and it was snowing. It was cold, but they
Yeah.
I put plastic on top to like cover
Okay.
their thing. So I
Yeah.
think they just think like, oh, we're inside now.
Right,
And
right,
they
right.
just didn't go in. Really, you dumb motherfucker. So I had to go get them and put them inside.
Aren't you fucking freezing?
Yeah, I don't know. They're pretty goddamn resilient. I guess
Yeah,
you're covered in
apparently.
feathers. That's pretty warm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a discussion earlier. What are we going to do with all these pheasant feathers?
I don't know. I think you should make some sort of like old lady shawl or something.
Yeah.
Like a hat.
Yeah.
How long are they? Can you put them in like a fedora and make it look pimp?
So their hind feathers, the ones like right off their what would be a tail, so to speak, are pretty long. But the rest of them are just like, I don't know, a few inches, a couple inches, few
Oh
inches.
yeah, isn't that what they put like pillows or feathers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a My Pillow man. We're a My Pillow house.
Yeah.
Mostly for his crack smoking is why we're a fan of the pillow. But yeah, it used to be like feathers, and you
Yeah.
put your head on the pillow, and it'd get poked with the pokey end of a feather would come sticking through the pillow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
You could do
concerning.
that, or make a hat. I don't know. What do you
A
do?
pimp
with-
hat?
Yeah, like a pimp hat. Yeah.
I want one of those now. I thought that Big Bad Bob, who also is known as Feathers, the old cook at the jug, might want them, but he said he's got plenty of feathers, which would make sense since one of his nicknames is Feathers.
All right. AI says pheasant feathers can be used for a variety of craft projects, including making decorative wreaths, centerpieces, wall art, and even fly fishing lures.
Ooh.
Yeah. The most common being used for fly trying due to their attractive color and texture. So I guess it's really good for the fishing. Or decorative crafts. You can have a decorative craft night.
Okay.
Make like a funky little feather piece.
Yeah, maybe I will do a wreath. Mm-hmm. And I'll put like Christmas lights through it.
Yeah. That sounds very nice. It's like a little Martha Stewart show.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, we're changing the show.
We're now, seasonal fucking decorations.
Yeah, yeah.
Something to make your Thanksgiving
the
table
season.
spread really pop.
'Tis the season, everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, we went and saw the this new Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, yeah,
that I know you
that's right.
mentioned a couple weeks ago, and it's been fucking everywhere.
Yes.
And I was trying to like kind of I don't know, ignore it or whatever, but it's just like I know it's going to be everywhere, and it's a
Yeah.
whole thing. Bob Dylan's so personal to me. It's weird that everyone else
Dylan's
even
great, man.
knows that he exists, though. Like, it's so personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to know who I am, listen to the Desolation Row, the live one from England from like '66, where it's just him on acoustic, and it's like haunting.
Yeah.
And get really stoned and walk around Lewiston at night in the winter.
Yeah.
And that is the whole essence of who I am as a person. It's just that vibe.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, man. And like it's so personal that I'm like, how'd they make a movie about this guy that I'm the only guy who knows about? All those songs are about me. Why would you do this movie without insulting me?
Right.
But
I
it
should
was
be getting
pretty
a check any day now.
fucking good, man. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
There was a real richness in like the look of it and the sets. Like they made this world come alive, and it wasn't just about him. And he was great, and they made him like a weird kind of awkward, like he was, weird. And like even though
He is
like,
kind of weird.
yeah, but he wasn't like they could have made him cool weird, where he just
Yeah.
says cool shit and smokes a cigarette, and
Right.
everyone like he was kind of like a twitchy little asshole.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it was good. I thought the kid who did it was really good.
Okay.
The Pete Seeger, Edward Norton was Pete Seeger, and he was great. And
Okay.
he was kind of like the moral center of the story. You know
Oh,
what I
alright.
mean? It was about a lot of different stuff.
Okay.
The dude who played Albert Grossman, Dan Fogler, who's in like a
know
bunch
who
of
that is.
comedies and stuff. He's in The
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts. He was fucking great as Albert Grossman.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was happening, and then I was
Sure.
so excited when I saw that.
Right.
The chick who played Joan Baez was great, but it didn't really ring Joan Baez-y to me.
No?
I didn't recognize it. No.
Really?
Yeah, this girl is hot as fuck. And Joan Baez is cute and everything, but this chick was like banging. right. I'm not getting that she's like this kind of like little folk singer.
You guys went a little over the top on her, huh?
Yeah. Well, we need somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, man, it was really good. And the way they made that whole part of, and they tied it in with American history and everything. It was about a lot of stuff rather than just Dylan.
Cool.
And the whole sequence at the end with Newport was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because he really just frothed. And it had the vibe of like, as a musician seeing it, I'm sure it's different, and they kind of nailed what like a lot of times music in movies is very fucking fake and very phony. And it's just like a music hole. Like it's actually like you can tell he's actually singing and playing right there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's authentic, and it's in a little room. And then there's other shows that are in big theaters, and it sounds authentic. A lot of times, there's a CBGB's movie where there's a scene where the Talking Heads are auditioning,
Okay.
and they go count in, and then it just plays the recorded version of Psycho Killer that we've all heard a million times.
Yeah.
And there's like more guitars than we're seeing.
Oh, okay.
There's like keyboards that are happening that are not on
That
stage.
are not there.
And they're just miming to the record. It doesn't sound like a band in the room. It's just totally takes you out of it.
Right.
But this shit was pretty authentic.
Good. I like to hear that. 'Cause,
And he was good as like a weird Bob Dylan. The guy who played Johnny Cash was fucking brilliant too.
Oh, yeah?
Just like cool as shit. Leather all fucked up. Fucking, it was good.
Cool.
I was impressed. I was skeptical because it's a very personal thing to me.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
All right.
But it's not as there's the one called I'm Not There where it's like 6 different people played Dylan over time.
I actually just watched that.
I just rewatched it too. I think it was fucking great.
It is
I
great.
remember when I watched it when it came out. I'm pretty sure I even said to my dad when we were at the other Dylan one, I'm like, yeah, it's some artsy fartsy horseshit. But then
Yeah.
I rewatched it and I'm like, this is fucking brilliant.
It is.
The way they told the story and the whole
Yes.
Charlotte Gainsbourg, Heath Ledger part was great.
Yep.
Reminded me of Simple Twist of Fate, which is like a masterpiece of a song. Dylan has so many songs that you
So
hear and
many.
you're like, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
And it stops you in your tracks.
Sure.
There was a few of those in the new movie. There was a few of those corny things that are in every biopic.
Yeah.
Where he's in the studio and they're always like, Bob, you can't do that. That's not how it's done. You can't do that.
Right.
And then he does it anyways. And
Of course.
And everyone stops and they take a long drag of their cigarette and they go, who is that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that? And then
Yeah.
the camera pans out and Albert goes, he did. It's in every fucking movie.
Sure.
There is a really quick, I don't want to spoil it for everybody. There's like a quick CGI thing that was unnecessary and looked kind of silly.
Okay.
But I was worried it was going to fall into those pitfalls, but it kind of didn't. It was fun. Had a lot of movement.
Good.
And it nailed like when he does Newport and then after he just gets in the car with his friends, that chaos of like you do this. I've never played a show that was that chaotic. I don't know if
Right.
anyone has. When he
Okay.
went electric and everyone lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And then they just walk off stage and they're just in the car. And that was kind of like when we did the thing on your deck
Yeah.
And then we walked inside, and we were just in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And outside, we hear like, woo! Like
Yeah, that was cool as
because it was
fuck.
during fucking COVID, and it was just a wild, wild night, and the energy was insane.
Yes.
And then we just like got out of it. It was like you were just sucked out of like a weird fucking vortex, and then we're just standing quietly in your kitchen. You know.
Yeah.
So as a musician who's experienced gigging, it's nice to see it in a movie where it's actually it's not all just like sunglasses and hotel rooms and champagne. It's like he's got an acoustic in a coffee shop type thing.
So how long was the movie?
Seemed like it was pretty long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Yeah, definitely like 2 hours, maybe a little more.
I was hoping that it would be at least 2 hours.
Yeah,
Because
and I'm sure there'll be extended versions. You know?
Sure, of course.
It was cool though, and it played, and he sang, and he didn't, you know, he did a good job of capturing kind of the vibe, but not like a shitty imitation.
Okay.
You know,
Good.
but they were all a little too cute and fashionable.
Yeah.
You know,
Huh.
like because it's like cool, man, Bob Dylan, man,
Yeah.
thinking about the government, man. Times are a changing, man. Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah, of course
But
there's got to be.
Yeah, but the Don't Look Back, the D.A. Pennebaker thing is like a fucking great. And that's essentially a home movie of his tour through England in '65, I think.
Okay.
Right after he went electric.
Yeah.
And everyone's screaming Judas. Like that's the most famous shit. And he's in a hotel. He's hanging out with Donovan. Everyone's getting fucked up. It's like that is a moment. That is one of the best rock and roll, just like black and white home movies of some crazy shit. You know what I
Cool.
mean? It's fucking brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Wilson told me that he went and saw it the other night, and he said it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So now I'm really stoked to see it.
Yeah.
Because I got two people that I trust their opinions.
I think that kid's I think they're fishing to do the Oscar because think of it, Joaquin got the Oscar for doing Johnny Cash. Jamie Foxx got it for doing Ray.
Ray. Yep.
What's his face got the Bohemian Rhapsody one, which was
yeah.
a really kind of odd movie.
Yep.
And then so it's the full retard speech from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
hilarious.
Like, there's
yeah.
a theme going here. It's like,
There
all right,
is.
we got to get the rights to someone's life and their music, and then get someone to play him, and then cha-ching.
And we're good. Well, that's awesome.
I'm pitching myself to be in the Gary Glitter story.
Gary Glitter.
Yeah, rock and roll number 2. Banana, hey, banana. You know that song?
Yeah, I do.
You don't know anything about Gary Glitter's personal life?
I
or
do not.
Why he's done a little time?
No.
No, Gary had some questionable stuff on his computer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm pitching it to Hollywood to have me play this guy.
Yeah,
And
okay.
they were not biting.
No.
I want my Oscar.
I want my Oscar. I want you to get an Oscar too.
That'd be great. Oscar award-winning podcaster.
Yeah. That'd be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be good to go then, buddy.
Oh, dude, I want to find. Lee's always fishing around for some sort of like, Southern Idaho's songwriter contest. Some little thing where like some 3 hacks would put their shit in, and if I put in a good song, then you get it, and then you go, oh, award-winning songwriter.
Right.
You don't have to know what the award was, or
No.
what,
Of course not.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the next episode.
Hopefully.
What'd you say?
The jug of the podcast game.
The Captain's Jug of Thoughts Podcast Award,
Yeah.
best producer
Yeah.
by default.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't put a lot.
I'll take the simple best voice. I'm fine with that.
I've been putting more like jams because I have like all these stuff recorded over the years of like, not even just like music we've produced, but like just jams. You know what I mean? Shit down at the Jug or park jams or
Sure.
something. Now you're over here making so much noise.
Am I?
Yes, it's fucking insane. Bill Cosby has a bit about how
I turned immediately. Like, I was like, what is that?
He says he's talking about how the
Am
kid
I?
sneaks in the kitchen and is getting the cookies, and he goes, children don't understand that sound travels.
Right.
So you hear the crinkling. She just has no concept, but everyone else can also hear this.
I don't know if it is the speakers or something, because it did sound louder than it seems like it could have. I don't know
All
why.
the time. Once you start paying, Lee's so quiet. Bullshit. Just 'cause she's not saying words doesn't mean there's not constant noises coming out of there. Where the fuck was I? It was probably something so important. I don't remember.
We passed Gary Glitter, right?
Yep.
How we were going to get an Oscar.
Yeah, or the Captain's Jug of Thoughts Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, and music. Putting music in the podcast. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so I've been putting some Sequilibrium stuff. There's definitely There's going to be a Sequilibrium playlist I'm working on, and if y'all want
Awesome.
the link, you got to hit me up. It's going to be an underground if you know type. You got to know a person. I want to use these files and trade them around like dead tapes.
Yeah.
Make it like a little subculture.
That's cool.
You know?
I like that.
Yeah,
fuck
so
yeah.
there's going to be a lot of Sequilibrium jams in this because that's perfect, like transition music between stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Make it like a proper radio show.
yeah, so make sure you listen to those. Don't like fast forward through that part.
No.
So that you can get back to us fucking feeding you lines of bullshit.
Yeah. But yes, I will say Bob Dylan movie was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. So
That's my review.
yeah. And in 30 years, they're going to make a movie about me and Thurman.
Yeah.
And
Be like Private Parts.
you guys will be like, oh, dude, I remember when this part came out.
Who could play us? Okay. It's got to be, I don't know.
Somebody that's not even born yet.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Who was just talking about that? How,
We could cast, we should have fans. If we need active fans.
yeah.
We need you guys to cast the Captain's Jug of Thoughts movie.
Oh, they were.
And let us know who you think.
So my mom was hanging out with a group of her friends, and they were talking about how like Jack Nicklaus's girlfriend's like 31 years old, and so and so's girlfriend is 27 years old, and my mom's like, well, when's mine gonna come along? And they're like, don't worry, he was just born a couple days ago. So yeah. So my mom will have an 18-year-old boyfriend when she turns 88.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. She's nothing like my grandmother, so that'll never fly. Nah, my grandma would be totally down.
Yeah. Cute boy, fucking pushing her wheelchair around, opening doors for her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He wouldn't be allowed to wear pants, I'm sure.
She got a cabana boy,
Yeah.
like fucking Hank Azaria in the birdcage.
Oh, my God. I want to find her one so bad.
You can. Let's use it. Everybody out there in Radio Land, let us know. You got a cabana boy looking
Yeah.
for work?
Yeah.
I know you do. Philo, come on. You know at least 6 cabana boys. You're the man on the street. You know people.
That's true. You do.
Yeah.
He ran into McDermott today. He was like, yo, McDermott, what's up? And McDermott was like, what's up? And he's like, it's Galifianakis. You know who I am, right? And he's like, oh, yeah. How's it going, bud? And he's like, good. And then the Galifianakis calls me, and he's like, yo, does McDermott know who I am? And I was like, I don't fucking know. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? So I call McDermott, and he's like, yeah. He goes, I was thinking, like, I know I've hung out with this guy, like, through Hardin somehow, but I'm not placing it.
Dude, take that and just write it on a card and hand it to people. Like, and people are like, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, you know Chris Hardin? Yeah, okay. So there's been a few blurry conversations where we were all together. Okay.
Well, I mean,
you're the great connector of everybody.
Well, I mean, you are too, man. Like, there's a lot of fucking musicians over the last 3 or 4 years
Sure,
that
yeah.
they're like, yo, Cap. And I'm like, I don't know this guy. And then they're like, dude, remember when I played that gig with Thurman? I'm like,
there you
yep,
go,
now
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Now I know who you are. But over the last few years, I started getting everybody straightened out. But it took a little while.
Yeah.
I met a lot of musicians all at once.
Yeah.
And I was like a little overwhelmed.
It is. And then it's still, she'd still be like, so who is he? I'm like, doesn't he play keyboards? And I'm like, yeah, he plays keyboards in that band, but he plays guitar in the other band.
That's another
and
confusing
he used to be
part.
the drummer to this band, but
Yeah.
his bass player is now the keyboardist over here.
That's another very confusing part. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you can't just switch instruments and bands on me.
I think that makes it fun. There's
It
people
does.
who there's actually like fans who like follow the whole scene and like shit, dude, they could probably draw you like one of those mafia web things
Oh, yeah.
like the FBI has about like,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
different camps,
Yeah.
the different
Yeah.
families.
Yeah. It's a strange family tree.
Yeah. I think we got the Roy G. Biv. I think I'm a capo in the Roy G. Biv family.
Yeah, I know. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. Moving on up.
I know. You'll have to do the gun move with your guitar up on
Yeah,
stage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. So, I don't know. We got one more episode, and then we got the big 150.
150, yeah. We'll take some time. We'll plan that.
We got a couple guys that want to do the show too, so I'm thinking the 149 maybe we get another musician in here or possibly even Eddie.
Yeah.
And then 150 we'll do something special,
Yeah.
whether it be the voiceover thing or or something else.
Yeah, we can have a hang, have a little party, a little dinner type thing. Get some of our hardcore listeners, our true fans. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's some really weirdos probably listening to this.
Yeah.
Our actual friends who we know. Because we don't know. We think it's our friends, but shit, dude, there could be people who've never even just stumbled upon this, and now they're obsessed with us. They have posters up in their room. We don't even know. Maybe.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. One of those 17,000 people who love the Kibbles and Shits episodes.
Kibbles and Shits.
Yeah. Maybe it's just dogs listening to that episode. They love it.
They love it. They're asking the owner to put it on again. Oh, he wants to listen to Kibbles and Shits again. So, what? I don't know. What else we got?
I don't know, man. Everyone, thank you to everybody for the positive feedback on the Roy G. Biv EP. It's been pretty great, man. There's been a lot of really good write-ups about it, and 1120 Press did a great thing. And everyone's seen, I've been getting nice text messages from everybody, and people are actually digging into it and listening to it. You know what I mean? You can always check out some clips and help your boys out and blah, blah, blah. People are like, nah, man, I want to get into this. And that's all any artist or musician wants, is just for someone to give a shit. Yeah. Weinhold says that on with the gig we did. He goes, thanks for giving a shit, man. Seriously. Really. That is the most meaningful thing you can do to any of us, is to actually give a shit, and you will be rewarded. It's good. We work hard on it. Right. It's good if you give us your time, we'll make it worth it. I promise that.
Yeah. And stay tuned too, because we are going to have a big announcement sometime in the next month about an upcoming show this summer.
Yeah, party don't stop, man.
No,
these things we're still building here.
We are. We definitely are.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about it. I'm hoping that everything works out. It's looking good so far, and it's a big one.
Yep.
It's a big one. So
it'll be great.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the pheasant.
Yeah, for sure.
We're about to dive into this Boston cream pie.
Hell yeah, we are.
There's an actual cake here.
There is.
It's not a metaphor.
No, it's not. It's one of the first times that we've ever actually had a cake.
Yeah, no, literally.
Not just said a metaphor.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a boy who cried wolf situation here.
Yeah, right.
There actually is a cake. All right, man. Captain's nugget thoughts.
Yeah,
we'll go with that till anyone can think of something better.
That's right. That sounds great to me.
All right. Yeah, if you guys got any bright ideas, let us know. Jesus.
For sure. Please do.
Follow the Instagram page. We'll keep posting clips. Follow the YouTube. Follow all that.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
All right. See you next time.